In the name of God, our Creator, our Redeemer, and our Sanctifier. Please be seated. This morning, in so many ways, is very, very special for us as a community of faith. And one of the special events that hopefully all of us will be entering into later today is our Visioning Cafe. And the Visioning Cafe is one more part of our process of doing some strategic visioning as a parish family. Two of the initiatives that we've already journeyed through were the Congregational Assessment Tool survey, in which individuals and households were surveyed on various aspects of our common life together. And another initiative in the process was our meet and greets. And the meet and greets were candid conversations where my wife Irene and I had a chance to visit with so many of you in smaller groups. And you know, at that meet and greet, we invited the attendees to prayerfully consider 5 questions. And the first question, for those of you who attended a meet and greet, you'll be familiar with it, was really a very foundational question. The question was, what keeps you connected to St. Paul's? What keeps you connected to St. Paul's? And it may come as no surprise, it didn't to me, that by far the most common response to that question was the community. The community. At St. Paul's, I have friends. At St. Paul's, I have people who support me in my Christian journey. At St. Paul's, I have those with whom I can walk my own journey with Christ. Today as church, as we celebrate this feast of the Holy Trinity, I'd be a fool to stand before you to try to explain something that is ultimately a mystery. Our belief that the one God is experienced by us in 3 persons. We experience God as creator, not only of the heavens and the earth, but all creatures, you and I included. We experience God in the person of Jesus, who comes to show us the way, who comes to bear light in the darkness, who comes to redeem us, who comes to make manifest God's incredible love for us, poured out in infinite mercy and healing. And we relate to God, a God who is constantly sanctifying us. The great German theologian Karl Rahner described the Trinity as this holy mystery of love. That is to say, theologically speaking, in the context of faith, mystery is not simply that which is completely unknowable. It's all Greek to me, so I set it aside and I say, you know what, it's a mystery, and I go on. No. For us in our journey of faith, mystery is that truth whose reality can never fully be understood. That is to say, as profound and as deep as we dive into the mystery of God, we realize the more I come to know God, the more I come to know that God is completely unknowable. And to worship God as Trinity is to recognize that this holy mystery of love is in and of God's self relational. The three persons of the Trinity, and yet one God. And so what keeps us connected to St. Paul's is our relationship to this community of faith in which we experience the creative power of God, the redeeming power of God, and the sanctifying power of God. And so this afternoon, we'll have an opportunity to once again experience community at another level, at the level of our Visioning Cafe, a sacred conversation where we will gather as a parish family to explore in an ever deeper way three areas of our common life that our meet and greets and our parish survey sort of help to bring to the fore. Three of the areas of our common life that you and I have said, these are incredibly important. And as we explore our future together, we're going to share in a sacred conversation today. And we're going to join with our God who creates and redeems and sanctifies us. That holy mystery of love that invites us ever deeper to experience the goodness of God, made present in creation, made present in the power to forgive and be forgiven, made present in growing ever more holy, by growing ever more committed to living our life in love, in communion with that holy mystery of love. This morning we have the great joy of now welcoming Aubrey and Ellie into that holy mystery of love, this life in God made manifest in the church, in God's people gathered in prayer and worship, gathered to journey together. And so now I want to invite Father John to join me as we continue our service this morning by presenting our candidates for baptism. And so first, let us together sing hymn number 296, We Know That Christ is Raised.